Have you ever wondered how to become a permanent resident in Canada as an international student? It's a journey that turns dreams into reality, a process that opens doors to a world of opportunities. This path involves several steps, from completing a recognized study program, gaining Canadian work experience, exploring various immigration programs, to finally receiving your permanent resident status. Each step is crucial and requires careful planning and execution. So, buckle up as we navigate this journey together. Stay tuned as we break down these steps for you. Firstly, you need to complete a recognized program of study in Canada. This is pivotal because it sets the foundation for your journey to residency. Canada acknowledges a variety of programs, from diplomas to degrees, and even trade certificates. These programs, offered by Canadian institutions, equip you with the skills and knowledge that are highly valued in the Canadian job market. They also increase your eligibility for certain immigration pathways. Once you've completed your study, you're ready for the next step. Next, you'll need to obtain a post-graduation work permit, or PGWP. This permit is a golden ticket for international students, allowing you to work in Canada for up to 3 years after you've completed your studies. The duration of the permit depends on the length of your study program. To apply for a PGWP, you need to have completed a program of study that lasted at least 8 months from a designated learning institution. You must apply within 180 days of when it was confirmed that you completed your program. Having a PGWP is advantageous as it gives you the opportunity to work for any employer in Canada. It's not job-specific, so you don't need a job offer to apply. This flexibility allows you to gather valuable work experience in Canada, which is a key factor in many immigration options. With a PGWP in hand, you're equipped to gain Canadian work experience. This work experience might be your stepping stone to permanent residency in Canada. Now, it's time to gain some Canadian work experience. This step is vital in your journey to becoming a permanent resident. Why, you might ask? Well, Canadian work experience not only strengthens your application, but also makes you a great candidate for the Canadian Experience Class, a fast track to permanent residency. So how do you navigate this step? Begin by putting your post-graduation work permit to good use. Seek out opportunities that align with your field of study. Remember, any experience is good experience as long as it's legal and in Canada. Networking is another crucial ingredient. Attend job fairs, sign up for industry events, or join local professional associations. These platforms can help you meet potential employers and learn about job openings. Be sure to keep records of your employment. This includes job contracts, pay stubs, and letters of reference. These documents are essential when it's time to apply for permanent residency. After gaining work experience, you can explore provincial nominee programs. You're now ready to explore provincial nominee programs and the express entry system. Canada's provincial nominee programs, often referred to as PNPs, are a set of initiatives tailored by each of Canada's provinces and territories. These programs are designed to attract and retain skilled workers who can contribute to the local economy. If you're nominated through a PNP, you can apply for permanent residency. It's a fantastic opportunity, but keep in mind that each province has its own criteria. On the other hand, the express entry system is a points-based scheme. It awards points for factors like education, work experience, and language proficiency. The higher your score, the better your chances of receiving an invitation to apply for permanent residency. So it's important to make your profile as strong as possible. Both these pathways can expedite your journey to becoming a Canadian permanent resident, complementing your studies and work experience. You're now set to explore the Canadian Experience Class or the Federal Skilled Worker Program. The next step involves the Canadian Experience Class or Federal Skilled Worker Program. The Canadian Experience Class, or CEC, is designed for individuals who have already gained significant work experience in Canada. To qualify, you'll need at least 1 year of skilled work experience in the country, proficiency in English or French, and have completed a program of study in Canada. On the other hand, the Federal Skilled Worker Program, or FSW, is for those who have skilled work experience, but not necessarily in Canada. To qualify, you need at least 1 year of continuous full-time or equivalent part-time work experience in a skilled occupation, and demonstrate proficiency in English or French. Both these programs are part of Canada's Express Entry system, which ranks candidates based on their skills and experience, among other factors. They are key pathways to becoming a permanent resident in Canada, enabling you to contribute to the Canadian society and economy. Upon meeting the requirements, you can now obtain an invitation to apply. The penultimate step involves obtaining an invitation to apply and submitting your permanent residence application. Now, the invitation to apply, or ITA, is a document issued by Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada. It's not something you apply for. Rather, it's offered to you if you meet certain criteria. These criteria are based on factors such as your age, education, language proficiency, and Canadian work experience. Once you receive your ITA, the clock starts ticking. You have 60 days to submit your permanent residence application. This application is quite comprehensive and requires a variety of documents. These include, but are not limited to, police certificates, medical exams, proof of funds, and evidence of your work experience and education. It's essential to be thorough and meticulous in this step, as the success of your application depends on it. Finally, you wait to receive your permanent resident status. The final step is to receive your permanent resident status. After you've submitted your application, the waiting game begins. While it might seem like an eternity, remember that good things come to those who wait. This period can range from a few months to over a year, depending on various factors. But don't worry, you're not alone in this. Thousands of aspiring individuals like you are also waiting for their golden ticket to a new life in Canada. During this time, continue to build your life, gain more experience, and strengthen your ties to Canada. You never know, these experiences might come in handy for your future endeavors. And then, one day, you'll receive the much-anticipated news. The letter, email, or phone call that says you've been granted permanent resident status. The joy of that moment is indescribable. You've done it. You've navigated the journey, overcome the hurdles, and you've made it. Congratulations. You've now become a permanent resident of Canada.